everybody, welcome back to my channel, Capri Spilling the Tea Lifestyle Tips, and today is Working Wednesday. Now, I'm doing better with putting out these videos and stuff like that because y'all just got a video yesterday, even though I uploaded it on the second. No, I'm sorry, I uploaded yesterday, but the video was made on the second. Your girl doing good. So, anywho, today's Working Wednesday, and I wanted to talk to you guys about money like I always do, but a while back, I was asking you guys, I basically was asking you guys, did y'all want to hear more about money planning? Or did y'all want to hear more about like manifestations and spiritual things? Because y'all know that I am a spiritual coach. I do have my own shop, PMG, which is Pisces Moon Goddess. It is a holistic shop that I have, and I wanted to incorporate my spiritual side more with my money side and just kind of like bring it all together. I'm not tired of talking about money because, of course, money is the physical, and I wanted to talk more about bringing the spiritual to the physical, if that makes sense. But I didn't want my channel just to be about money, just like go get it, go get it, go get it. I wanted my channel to be more about how basically how I went from rags to riches and how I don't even know how to explain it, like how I basically came up, because it's like some people, you see them low, they go behind the scenes, they do what they gotta do to get high, to get to the top, and it's like, how did you do it? And like they'll tell you, but they don't give you like the brief, they don't give you like the, oh God, it's just so hard to say. I think sometimes I need to write these out before I say it, but it's like they don't give you the deep, dark side of what they really did. They just say, well, I did A, B, C, and D, and that's it. And you're looking like, that seems easy, but it's really not. Like, what books did you read? Who did you talk to? What YouTuber did you look at? What did you study? What's your shadow side like? Did you cry at night? Did you pray? Did you manifest? Did you light candles? Like, what did you do to get from rags to riches, right? So I wanted to walk you guys along more on what my husband, well, more me, because my husband, honestly, my husband just goes with the flow because he believes that everything is going to happen when it happens in divine order, and that is so true. But I'm more of the deep person. I'm very deep when it comes to things. I want to know who, what, when, how, and my husband, like, it's going to happen. I'll wait on it. He's more of the patient one. So I hope you guys can hear me, because my husband did buy me a mic. He purchased me this professional mic here, but the kind of phone that I have, because I am recording on my iPhone, it doesn't have the plug thing to stick in. I have to look for it's the iPhone adapter. So I hope you guys can hear me. I'm going to try to be as loud as I can without being up on the camera. But I really wish I could have used my mic because it's really, really cute. And my husband been asking me, did you use your mic yet? And I haven't used my mic because this is why. But anyways, if you guys want to know what we're talking about today, we are talking about money, but we're talking about manifesting money. So if you guys want to hear more about that, then keep watching. Okay, so long and behold, let's get into it now. I have been reading a lot of books lately, and I don't think I told you guys how much I love to read. Like, since I was a little girl, I always wanted to learn how to read. I'm just giving y'all a little backslide of me, okay? So when I was born in Germany, Herborn, Seebach, and I did not know how to speak English, of course, because I was born overseas. So I didn't learn how to read until I was like maybe 11, 12, if that. I'm talking about like read, period. Not even reading on my level, but just read, period. So I remember I used to pray at night, and I used to ask God, if you help me to learn how to read, I'm going to read every book in the library. I'm going to read everything, billboards, charts, newspapers, magazines. I'm going to read whatever I can read, right? So I always wanted to learn how to read. So when I finally learned how to read, I was on it. And I'm going to be 35 on the 20th of this month. Yes, happy birthday to me. And I'm still on it. Like when we purchased our home, it came with a built-in bookcase, and that's how I knew the house was for us because I love to read and I have all my books on it. But anyways, the book that I have been previously reading, it was a recommendation by one of the girls on my Facebook page, and she recommends this book to all women. Men can read it as well, but she recommended this book to women, and it's called Money Manifestations and Miracles. And this is the book, y'all. All right. Y'all, that's my thumbnail. So yeah, that's the book, Money Manifestation and Miracles. And basically so far I am on chapter 6. I just started this book like the other day and I'm already on chapter 6. I think it has like how many chapters? Conclusion. Because it is a little lengthy book. It has 13 chapters. So I have like 7 more chapters to go. So yeah. So basically, I don't want to tell you guys about the whole entire book. No, this is not what do they call it? This is not oh, what's the word? They're not paying me to do a review on this book or anything like that. Promote it or whatever to promote their book. But I just wanted to let you guys know more about how I go about money, manifesting whatever I want, need, and desire in my life. Because let's be real, everything that's in your life, you did it. Everything that you're manifesting in your life, you are doing it. And you notice I'm always saying everything that you, right? So anything that you want, you can manifest it in your life, whether it's that new car, whether it's that house, whether you're wanting a baby, a kid, whatever you want, you can have. So anyway, so notice I'm always saying you. So when it came down to me, and I'm just going to talk about me for a moment. I'm not going to say my husband, because I like to, for the single ladies out there, or just for single people, period, single ladies, single men, I like to just say me. Now, I do want you guys to know that yes, I am married, and it does take two. My husband and I, we are a team, so we did do it together, but I'm just solely talking about me right now and my mind process, because whatever I'm thinking, 5 out of 10, my husband's on board as well. So when it came down to us moving back home, my whole thought process was different. Like, I already knew what I wanted coming back home. I knew that I wanted a foundation, and I'm talking about a stern foundation. I knew that I wanted my kids to have a place to call home. I didn't want to just live with my mom forever, or live in an apartment forever. And don't get me wrong, if you are living in an apartment, if that's your home and that's what you want, just like I said, everybody's thought process is different. But I knew that I wanted a steady foundation. I know I wanted a home. So I started basically thinking and manifesting me being in a home. I knew I didn't want anything too big. I knew I didn't want anything new. I knew I wanted like a cottage home, all brick, something small, not too big. I knew I wanted a garden, just all these things. But of course we know that's in your mind, that's in your mental. So your mental is more like a spiritual realm. That's the way I think of it. My mental is more like a spiritual realm, because in my mind I have everything I want, need, and desire. So now I have to bring it to the physical realm. I have to bring it where I can see it, where you can see it, where everybody can see, oh my God, she did it, right? So in order to do that, that takes what? It takes money. It takes money to do everything in this physical world. Like, you can't even get a drink of water sometimes without having to pay that $1.05 to get an Aquafina, to get a Dasani, to even get the Walmart brand water. You have to pay. So my thought process in coming back home, I was like, you know what? I know that I want a home. I know that I want a home in a certain time frame. So I had to tell my money where to go. Everything else did not make sense to me if it wasn't about my home. So once again, I'm just speaking for me, but really it's my husband and I. We started saving towards that goal. I went out, and I looked for first I did the NACA program. I'm not gonna lie. If you look back at my previous videos, you know that I did the NACA program. And NACA just was not for me because NACA was basically telling my money where to go. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, your girl don't like that. Like, I don't like for nobody to tell me where my money should go. So I did NACA from October 2000 and I think 16 all the way, or 17, all the way to like February or January of 2017, 18. Just go back and look at my previous videos. But it just wasn't for me. And then I bumped into another girl. Well, actually, she works at the bank, and we was talking about it because I was telling her I was saving my coins. Of course, she was looking at my bank statements because she works for the bank, and I was telling her how I was saving my coins for a home. And she introduced me to her mortgage guy, but her mortgage guy worked on, there's a place called Daniels Island in South Carolina, and he wasn't doing me any justice because my little pennies that I was saving was nothing to him. He worked with people that made money, like lawyers, doctors. So me trying to get his attention on how much I should save, what I'm looking for, he basically passed me off to his assistant. And I'm like, well, why are you passing me off to your assistant and that's all she is an assistant? I'm supposed to be dealing with you, the one who knows what he's doing to, to help me. So, and this is just a brief backsplash on how I manifested everything. So, anywho, I stopped dealing with him. I was like, you know what? I can't no more because I'm not getting anywhere with him. Only thing I'm doing at this point was I was just saving. But within that time, I was still manifesting what I wanted, right? So, who did I speak to? Oh, his realtor. So his realtor, I contact her because my mom kept saying, well, why don't you just contact the realtor? And I was like, Mom, I don't want to contact this realtor. And the mortgage guy is not even working with me. Like, I'm still trying to talk to him to see if I'm doing the right thing. So long story short, I contacted the realtor, and his realtor did not even deal with him like that anymore. She told me, she said, honey, your coins to him is nothing. He worked with lawyers, doctors, surgeons. Your money's really nothing to him. So she was like, I work with someone else. His name is, Tom, and he's based out of West Ashley, and we will get you in a home. And I told her how much I was saving. I told her what my credit score was. I told her everything as if she was the mortgage person. And she was just like, oh no, honey, you don't have to tell me all that. You could tell him. I'm just going to look for you the house. You tell me what you want, and I'm there. So I went ahead and I already told her what I was looking for. She sent me homes. A lot of the homes were in contingent, and I was like, okay, I didn't even know what contingent meant at the time because once again, I'm a first-time home buyer. So I didn't even know what contingent meant. And I'm just flipping through the book real quick because I want to go over the book while I'm talking to you guys. So I didn't even know what contingent meant. And she basically educated me on the whole household buying thing. And that's what I absolutely loved about them. So remember when I told you guys, me moving back home, I wanted a foundation, right? Part 1 of the book. Foundation. You got to remember, anything that you manifest, whether it's success in your business, whatever goal that you want, whatever you want in your life, you have to have a solid foundation. Because if you do not have a solid foundation, guess what's going to happen? Whatever you're manifesting, it's going to cave. It's going to go down. Because your goal, your success getting to the top, it needs something to hold it. Because as you're climbing to the top, things going to get a little heavy. It's going to get a little heavy. But as long as you have that foundation to hold it, you good. So anyway, long story short, so here we go. So then she was giving me everything that I needed, all the lessons, all the education that I needed about buying a home, what I need to do. And Tom was so good at what he did. I did not meet Tom until signing. And I think I told you guys this before. If you've been looking back at my old videos, I did not see Tom until it was time for me to sign on the dotted line. Now I'm going to try to put pictures also in here because I hate looking at YouTube videos and all they're doing is talking and they don't insert no pictures, so I'm going to try to insert some pictures in here too. So I didn't meet Tom until signing. Now, chapter 2, money, journey, and lessons. Now, didn't I tell you guys that she was teaching me lessons, Tom was teaching me lessons, and it was a journey. Did I not tell you guys that? Okay. This is how good this book is, y'all. Y'all have to get this book. This book is really, really good. And just like I said, I'm not going into full depth with the book because I want you guys to read it. But I'm just letting you know, like, this is real stuff. This book matches up and pairs up with my life so well. So, anywho, so she's teaching me and giving me lessons. Tom is teaching me and giving me lessons. And I'm telling her, I'm like, look, my husband and I, we're really trying to get a foundation, you know, and we're trying to learn, like I said, learn lessons on what we have to do to get this steady foundation, to get this home, to do everything we got to do for our children. I said, but I know I have to manage my money because my husband's not the shopper. I'm the shopper. I'm the one who's going to be like, well, I want this, so let me just slide this card and I'm going to get this money back. It wasn't my husband. It was all me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see a little wig and I be like, girl, listen, I got to get that wig. I'm going to go ahead and I put the money back. So I had to manage myself with my money to continue on this journey on getting this home. Chapter 3. If y'all can see that, it says women and money. Remember, it wasn't my husband. It was me. I'm the one around here trying to shop for wigs and everything else that I didn't need at the time. So, anywho, so she's teaching me. She's telling me what I need to do. Tom is telling me what I need to do, how much money I may have to put down. So, you know, I spoke to my husband. And I told my husband, I said, okay, this is how much we may have to put down. But we always want to have more because, of course, when you're purchasing a home or anything you're purchasing, you still want to have a little bit more money left over. You don't want to give your last and then you're in the home or you're in that vehicle and then you have no money left and you just sitting there looking crazy. So we had to develop, how should I put it? We had to develop a way on getting this money and still living contently while we're saving money to get what we want. So we had to master what we were doing. So every time my husband get paid, he will give me a little something to put in the pot. Every time I get paid, I'll do a little something to put in the pot. And then we say, you know what? Actually, it was all me because I ain't even going to lie, y'all. I'm like the master of this. I'm not going to lie. My husband, he goes with the flow. Me, I'm more evaluated and go deeper. I said, nope, I know what I'm going to do. At the time, I was making more money than my husband. So I said, you know what? We're going to live off of your money because we don't need much. And everything that I make is just going to go straight to savings. So this is part 2, developing mastery. And that's exactly what I did. Had to develop another way on getting this money because I'm not going to lie, we were doing good with him putting his half, me putting my half. But I was just like, you know what? It really doesn't make any sense because I'm going to always put more because I have more. You understand what I'm saying? And there's no need for him to put half and me match his half and then I'm just spending my money just because I know I make more. At the time when I was making more, I was spending more. So I had to develop a way not to do that. So I said, you know what? All my money will go to the savings and we'll live off your money. And that's what we did. That's when we discovered our financial starting point. Chapter 4. That was the starting point of the journey as well. So when we got to the signing table and signed for the home, everything was good. Like we had the money and we were able to go back to Memphis, get our furniture. We were able to buy more furniture. We were able to live good because we put more than what was expected. So at the time when I was working where I was working, I was working there for 2 years and I was like, okay, it's good money. But of course, you know, us being humans, we just want a little bit more. I did get a raise. So that was my manifesting financial prosperity. That's chapter 5. And I really was. I was like, it's time for me to get a raise because I was here for a year. And you know, depending on what jobs you are on, because some of these jobs, they don't even be trying to give you no raise, but depending on what job you're on, after every year, they give you a raise. So I was manifesting my raise, and I did get a good raise. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. Got my good raise or whatever. So I was able to put more towards the house. And my husband and I, we did not have to stress because he made enough for us to do whatever we wanted to do. Go out to eat, go out of town. We didn't have to touch the money that we were saving, which was the money I was bringing in, because his money was enough for us to do everything. And now I am on chapter 6, transforming your relationship with money. And that is chapter 6. Now, I have yet to read chapter 6, but I'm going to tell you this. My relationship with money now is so different. I don't look at it like, I never looked at money like it was the root of all evil. People make money the root of all evil. I feel like money is good because when you have money, you're able to do whatever you need to do with money. But I always tell my clients that money is a tool. Money is nothing but a tool, you guys. Like, if I was to tell you guys that that tree will get you anything you want, need, and desire in this physical world, you guys will be at that tree hacking it down. And you'll be like, oh no, that's a good tree. That's a good tree. Let me get this tree. You can have that tree. Let me get this tree. So money is not the root of all evil. It's just the way that you look at money, view money, the way your people taught you with money. I always thought money was a tool. Ever since I was a little girl, my mom would tell you she used to write in her little checkbook and got whatever me and my sister wanted. So when it came down to anything I wanted, I just told my mom, just write in that book and it's mine. I always viewed money that way. It just as something like a trade-off, right? So I know I come to you guys all the time talking about money and how I went from rags to riches, but really it was just a lot of manifesting, praying, and working for what I want. Some things take longer than others to get, like my car. Y'all, I'm gonna just tell you guys because I haven't done a video on it, and I probably won't do a video on it. I'm gonna be honest, I had the car this long since November, and I haven't done a video on it, but I have a 2015 Corolla Toyota. I got it November 16th or something like that. Nothing fancy, just a little, I call it silver bells to get back and forth to work. I'll take a picture, show it to you right here. But nothing fancy, but it just like, I walked on a lot, got that car like that, and came to work. It was nothing. Why? Because I knew what I had to do, and I set myself up for success. If I did not have good credit, I would not walk on nobody's lot like I used to do in my 20s and just be like, hey, help me out. My credit's at a 4. Help a sister out. No. My credit is now at 7 something, almost hitting 8. And I know that I can walk on a lot. I know it's going to be money down or whatever the situation is. So I will at least come with about $3,000-$4,000. That's just me to put down if I need to. Get what I'm going to get and head out. Like, I'm in and out. And I promise you guys, like, it didn't even take me that long to get that vehicle. My mom was with me only because my mom is a good businesswoman. But when you know where you stand at with money, when you know where you stand at with your credit, when you know where you stand at mentally, and the reason why I said mentally is because, I should have said mentally first, because if you know where you stand at mentally, then you know what you can get physically. You understand what I'm saying? Comment down below if you get it, because I'm working on my verbiage. But if you know what you got, then you know what you can get. Easy. Easy peasy. I have so many people email me and they ask me, they're like, okay, I seen your videos are great, but I want you to go more into depth on how you went from rags to riches. And I mean, it's like, how more in depth can I get, you know? How more in depth can I get? Because basically I just stayed down till I could come up. I saved my coins, I got my credit right, and I'm not gonna sit here and say I work hard because I will be lying. I never work hard, I work smart. I have a strategy for everything that I do. I do read a lot. I love to read inspirational books like this one. I don't like to read garbage. I'm close enough to hear the drama, but I'm not close enough to be in drama, if that makes sense. I stay with educational books and stuff that can do my mind some justice. So, anyways, I know I am well over my 15 minutes. I just wanted to come on here to talk to you guys about more in depthly about how I went from rags to riches, what I did, what I'm reading, what I'm currently reading. I'll probably be done with this book within 2 days, only because I have to come to work and I got kids. Honestly, it would have probably took me like a day or two to finish this book if I didn't have all this other stuff going on, but it's okay. So, if you have any questions, comments, put them down below. Let's get this conversation started. And I am going to do more videos like this because, just like I said, I love talking about money, but I want to be more spiritual with talking about money. I just don't want to get on here and just talk about money and the physical when you have to be mentally right. Because some people, they get money and they ain't humble. And I don't like that. So we're going to talk more about it. I love you guys. If you're anything spiritual, shop PMG. All links are down below. I really can't keep anything in the shop because everybody is going hammer time. It's seeing like between 20 and 21, everybody's like on the spiritual height, and it's all good. It's all good. I do have a couple more of these in the shop. These are my crystal necklaces. This is a citrine, and this attracts money. So it's funny how we're talking about money, and I'm wearing my citrine necklace. Always attract the money. So I love you guys, and have a blessed one. Peace.